we are, just downloading another video. The screen times out. The screen times out and the download stops. It's got to be something to stop the... I got it set for maximum timeout, 10 minutes, but you should be able to adjust your phone to where it doesn't time out. You know, when you're doing like Spotify, for example, Spotify keeps the screen on. It doesn't time out. That's what fucking what am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I'm downloading a video to YouTube. So YouTube should make it so that it doesn't time out. Anyways, not a big deal. I can't take that phone with me. I'm not going to take it with me. And there's no way that video can get on. It's going to time... Well, I'll just redo it. Turn it on and you have to what do you call it? Reboot it. And it'll pick up where I left off. Okay. We'll take the dogs for a walk, then we're gonna come back. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find out which one of these lights, out of two, there's two here, I think with these two, one of those two is a little bit dimmer. At least it used to be. Maybe it isn't anymore. But what we're going to do is we're going to plug them into these hot leads, both of them. They'll be resting right here on the bumper. We're going to back the Jeep out, of course, and then we're going to put the lights on and see which one is dim. Once I find the dim one, then we're going to put it off to the side. Then we're going to check this one. This light here used to be on the back, on the rear of my other Jeep. So we're going to put it in its place and see if it's good. And if it's good, then those are the lights we will use. And then the one that's dim, we'll put it on the shelf, probably never be used again. But and it's not really that dim, gentlemen. You might not even be able to notice it. I just remember seeing them up on my roof rack on my other Jeep, and there was three bright ones, and then there was one that wasn't as bright, basically. Okay, guys, it's time to rock and roll. So we're gonna take these dogs for a walk and get my exercise. Let's see here. What is it? It's at 56%. We ordered another vacuum cleaner. It appears that one broke yesterday. I think it's just the switch where you kick it with your foot. I think I might have kicked it too hard and fucking broke it or something. I don't know. I'll take a closer look at it, but I did put one on my shopping list. Ordered another bag of dog food. A couple of spatulas for flipping burgers. I broke my last one. You know, if you're going to have a burger, guys, it's better for you to make your burgers at home out of 93% lean meat, because every burger joint in the world uses 80% lean, 20% fat, and that is a shitty burger. It might taste good because it's made for you and everything, but at the end of the day, it's too much fat in the burger, too much cholesterol. Okay, let's see. I'm just making sure I got all my ends tied up. And then we're going to come back and, like I said, we're going to test the lights. Once we find out which lights are good, we are going to start mounting lights. So, I think we're going to start with these two outside ones here. And what we're going to end up doing is probably putting a piece of duct tape around your fingers. And then we're going to put the bolt and the washer and the lock washer on it and kind of get it crunched up and stuck. And then we're going to stick it underneath here while it's on your hand. This bolt, we're going to spin it by hand until we get it caught. And then once we get it caught, we should be good. I mean, we'll have to use our fingers to get it reasonably tight. And then from there, you turn the wrench and get it as tight as you can. We're going to do that to these two. then it doesn't matter. Oh, those two plug, one of them plugs into here and the other one plugs, it's down here. I'm not going to go get it, but that's on this circuit. So we're going to get those put in first. Then the next set has to be there's a little bit of metal underneath here. The next set has to be these two. So we're going to use self tappers for these, because I'm not going to take this winch out. I'm not going to do that. That's just too much work. That's going to stay right there. So I mean, it's much easier just to do self tappers here. And then here again, you'll use the duct tape so that you don't drop the bolts. You'll wrap tape around your fingers, crinch it up a little bit, put the nut with the two washers and crinch it so they can't move. Stick it underneath there, and then you'll screw it by hand to get it on. Same with this one. Once you get it all the way tightened, then you can get the wrench in here enough to tighten it. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, God damn it. Sorry about that. No harm, no foul. But anyways, so we got a little bit of work. Then we also have to drill the underside of that stinger for the L brackets. So you have to kind of find out where the L brackets, how far apart they are, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll drill. I might put 2 self tappers in the L bracket. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. Certainly at least 1. And so we got a little bit of work to do, but we're going to take this walk first. So otherwise I don't want to fall behind today. Okay, oh, we're at 68%. Geez, I should almost take that with me, huh? It'll fucking keep going as long as you move the screen a little bit every couple, before 10 minutes elapses, it just keeps going. So yeah, we're just gonna go for a normal walk. We got a little bit of work to do today. It's I've got notes on you know, definitely find a light first that's dim, and then just start mounting them. But once they're all on there, guys, you guys are gonna go like, fuck me. You know, this one here too, this hole here is just a little bit off from this one. So, but when you use the self tappers, the 1/4 inch, you can move the bracket just a little bit. So you can get these 2 perfectly in line. These 2, everything should be perfect. By the time I get done, you'll be able to look down the edge and all the lights will be right perfectly in line with each other, which is what you want. Then it looks like a nice professional installation. Where are we at? 73%. You know, I think I'm going to take the phone with me, guys. I have to. I put in there. Let's see if I remember to move it in 10 minutes. Okay, these dogs, watch it. He's as perfectly still as a pointer. One of those dogs that points at birds. Golden retriever pointer, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, he's happy to go. Let's go for a little walk. Come on, let's get in shape. Let's keep physical. I did some serious boxing this morning already. Come here. No jumping. Don't get excited. You'll jump, scratch my eyes right out of my sockets. Hey, get back over there. Yeah, this, what is that? Easy, slow down. Slow down. Yeah, one of the smartest things I've ever done, guys, is hang 2 bags in my bedroom, computer room, TV room. The room that you spend the most time in. If they were in the backyard, I wouldn't do it as much. If they were hanging in the garage, you wouldn't do it as much. But when they're hanging in your bedroom, the first thing you do, you get up, is you might hit the bags for 5 minutes. Or you're sitting at the computer doing computer work, you got to go to the bathroom, you hit the bag for a few minutes before you go bathroom. Practice the fundamentals of boxing. Keep your legs spread, knees bent, hands up, elbows in, chin down. Make sure you do some knee bends, bobbing and weaving. Do some feints. Throw some punch combinations. You know, I gotta tell you guys, I had some issues with this hand. Probably some type of tear ligament inside of my palm there from pushing my Harley Davidson handlebar straight on a steep incline ditch type deal, which is what you have in Cook City, Montana. I was at a bar there. When I left, I turned my steering wheel, and ever since then something's been fucked up in my hand. But this boxing has actually, get out there. The boxing has made the hand back to normal. I mean, it has made it much better. I don't know if it's normal. The hand does not bother me. I can mountain bike, dirt bike. I can do anything with my hand. But occasionally you'll get a driving pain. It's amazing that you do not feel the pain when you're riding a bike or a dirt bike. You know what I mean? So like I said, you know, maybe an average Joe might go get surgery on it, but there's no guarantee that it would be better. It could be worse. You could jeopardize your riding careers, mountain bike and street bike, by doing surgery on that hand. So I don't see any point to doing it anymore, for sure. Slow. Left. 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 Right. Okay, I gotta move the screen on my phone. That should just about do it. One motion like that. I can't see it. I just put my thumb on the phone and moved it up and down. So now that screen timeout timer starts over. Ow! Slow, slow. Knee discomfort, gentlemen. We can open up this jacket, Bryce. Watch out, poopa. Dog poop. Easy. It's warm out. They've overdressed. Slow. We're doing the walk. I don't know what time it is. Probably, we normally do this maybe 10:30, 11. It's probably 12 right now. Got up a little early today, so slow. Had to lay back down and get a 10-minute power nap. Did that. Here we are walking the dogs. Let's go, guys. Come on. Slow. Yeah, we'll get some of that. I'd like to get a couple lights installed though today. That'd be great. Maybe as many as maybe all of them. They're not going to be plugged in. They're just going to be installed. The leads will be, wire leads will be right there. We'll temporarily tie them down. I could probably, slow. I could probably get all the bumper lights, but the stinger lights, the 10-inch stinger light, slow. That requires a little bit more time. Those L brackets are probably too long, even though they're the smallest ones they make. The sturdiness is okay. Certainly I have to drill one hole. But I'm also probably going to have to trim the length on the L bracket that comes down to attach to the light. Otherwise you're going to have that edge sticking down there. And it's going to be something, and if you do cut it, you have to sand it really good, you know, with your grinder, so there's no sharp edges. But that edge, when it's hanging down like that, could get caught at the car wash, possibly. And if it does, it'll bend your mount for your 10-inch light bar. So I gotta be, when I start doing that, I'll make the evaluation of whether or not they have to be cut. I mean, you also might be able to, you know, just leave them the way they are and just wrap the ends with electrical tape so that the car wash sponges don't get stuck on it. So that's an option too. As a matter of fact, it's probably what I will do, because even if you cut it, slow, there can be issues. Even if you cut it, slow, even if you cut it and grind it real smooth and no sharp edges, there still could be an issue. So slow. So I think the electrical tape would be the huckleberry on that. You can wrap it pretty secure, and you know, it should be really good, as a matter of fact. I mean, then certainly keep an eye on it, you know, as time goes on, to make sure that the electrical tape doesn't unwind and shit like that. I believe that's the way I'm going to handle that issue. We'll do the full 2 miles today, gentlemen. Okay, dogs? You know, when you come down to the garage, you want to get started on your project, not walk the dogs. And I always bitch upstairs. I say, damn, I gotta walk those dogs. But I gotta tell you guys, I enjoy doing it. It's good exercise for me. There's a dove on top of the wall right there. I enjoy doing it. It's a good workout. Keeps me in shape between this and the boxing. Muay Thai. Slow. Keeps me tight now. We just had just before Thanksgiving, I did buy a cheesecake. And that sucker does stick to you, brother. Okay, we gotta get off sidewalk. Glass. Glass. That stuff does stick to you. So, but not a big deal. A week on the heavy bags. Heavy workout? Gone. Do a good workout every day for an hour? Gone. So we just haven't had time for that. Once I finish this light project, guys, I gotta tell you, man, I think the 392 build is just about done. I mean, go pee-pee, girl. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. I'll be slow. I'll go slow for you. Go pee-pee. Come on. Go pee-pee. Anyways. Go pee-pee, girl. There she goes. It takes her a couple of runs before she feels comfortable in going to pee. Slow down, guys. Slow down. Slow, 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 slow. Slow. I picked up I think I showed you yesterday, 2 chunks of carpet from here. When I got them home, they were used. I thought it was new carpet. I threw them in the trash. You know, when people have carpet installed, sometimes there's pieces left over, sometimes bigger than others. And I thought that's what they were. But certainly, as you unrolled the first one, it's like, uh-oh, this is used. Get rid of it, throw it away. So we threw them right into the trash at my house. do you something here. You see that Chevrolet truck? Well, right above it, there's a block wall that's leaning over about 6-8 inches at the top. Dude, you can see it maybe. But somebody needs to tell the city about that, because one day that's going to come down, and whoever's there is going to be killed. If that truck is there, it's going to be smashed. I was seeing the owner of that truck one day. He's a black guy, and I was going to tell him about it, but he was busy, so I wasn't able to tell him. But I'm going to point it out to him next time. As a matter of fact, he'll probably be the one that calls the city. They fix shit like that. They have to. It's a hazard to the pedestrians. I don't walk on that side of the street specifically for that reason. And other places, just not as bad as that, but similar. If the city was made aware of that, they've already fixed that block wall once. I think the section above that. Hey, careful, Buck. You hit that tree. Okay, see, now there's a pop out there. I gotta pull him away so he doesn't hit his head. No pee-pee, girl. Go, 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 go. Slow. Morning or afternoon, whichever it is. Stop. Stop. Okay, let's go. Slow. Slow. I got a little discomfort in my knee. Letting these dogs pull. Slow. Slow. Pull too much, especially on these downhills. Sometimes excitement runs high and the dogs want to get to where they want to go. We got to get back at the house. These guys want to see what light is dim, and they want to see the old duct tape trick of taping nuts and washers and lock washers to your fingers. Yeah, a lot of those lights, there's some preparation that has to be done. The mount has to be flipped around. It's a bit of a trick. There again, you have to use duct tape to hold the bolts in position so that when you put the bracket back on, mounting bracket, the bolts are still there. You jam a little duct tape in, make sure it's holding onto the bolt, or packing tape, whatever you happen to have on your hand. Duct tape would probably be the best. I do have some of that too, but we'll see how it goes. Masking tape works. Anything to hold that boat from falling. It's going to be interesting when everything is done. It's going to be kind of cool. Kind of nice to get everything done. But where do we go from there? Once the Stinger's remounted, lights are all on, everything is wired up to the auxiliary switches, then where are we gonna go? Hey! That is a SURV, gentlemen. My Jeep is a, they call that a sport utility vehicle. But my Jeep is a sport utility recreation vehicle. This is my camper too. Oh. Very comfortable, I might add. Very comfortable camper. Cozy. And good heaters on the Jeep. You know, thinking about some of the places that we camp, and there is no shade sometimes. You're in blazing hot saddle sun. So I do have two very lightweight blue tarps that I'm going to try to figure out how I can put those on the Jeep without scratching the Jeep. So I'm sure you guys have seen these swimming pool noodles. Well, we could certainly run one or two of those across the top of the Jeep, you know, connect them via what do you call, connect it by the stretchy rubber things. Help me out here, guys. Bungee straps right there in front of us on the ground. You know, there's a way that you can do it to where you can put the tarps on the Jeep to minimize the heat buildup in the Jeep. So we might get some of those spaghetti noodles, you know, like several of them. You know, you could run, and with the bungee going through the cab, and you can just close the door and it holds it right there in place. So you could run one at the top of the front windshield, on top of the roof right there. You could run one, another one, say, or two. You could put two in there too. You don't want the tarp touching the Jeep, at least not that much. So you could put a spaghetti noodle at the top of the windshield. You could put one at the back of the front door, and then you could put one at the back of the rear door. So that would pretty much cover the roof. Then you could probably put a spaghetti noodle across the top of the hood, right at the corner where it turns down to the grill. Now, so keep in mind, these are fastened with, you'll run a string all the way through the spaghetti noodle, and then from there you'll hook a, help me out here, guys, bungee. So now you've got, and they're secure. So they stay right there. So now you can take that tarp and throw it over, and you got it. They keep, you know, it's like a garage for your Jeep. Like I said, some of the places we go, there is shade, but sometimes you have to camp with where there is not a tree in sight. And then July and August, even not in Idaho, during the day, it's brutally hot. So you got to think of, okay, maybe we will be in a spot where there's no shade. I mean, the last time I went to Idaho, the places that I camped, 2 out of the 3, there was no shade at all. One of them was good. Now, when I go back to Idaho, that one that was good, that's pretty much where we'll be camping. But you do have a 10-day or 16-day limit, I think, or 10-day limit. You have to, I think it's 10 days. I'm not worried about it. If I want to stay 15 days, I'll stay. You know what I mean? I mean, we can move from there to another spot. Oh, it's a 10-day in a 30-day period. So every 30 days, you can stay there for 10 days, but you can't stay there for 10 days, then move for 5 days and then come back. You can only stay there for 10 days in a 30-day period. But, I mean, if they were the park rangers or whoever patrols that, you know, whoever does the patrolling on that, if they were to say, hey, listen, man, you've been here for 15 days. You know, you're going to have to move, okay? They're not going to, like, give you a citation or anything. I mean, I don't think they are. But, I mean, if you keep doing it, I guess they would. But if you're cool about it. But unfortunately, when they do come to the Jeep, I mean, if you're there, they'll probably just say, okay, you got to move. But if you're not there, they might give you a citation, too. That's possible. Anyways, let's get in the garage and see what's cooking.